In the words of Ray J, we live. Now, how everybody doing, man? It's the Showtime in Paris
Not
episode.
yet.
Oh shit! I thought we live.
We are live.
Why you say not yet?
Oh,
We out here.
it took a second. It took a second.
Listen, it ain't my fault, y'all. She was fashionably late. She threw me off. She's trying to sabotage me on my first intro. Anyway, y'all, this is episode
I
3
mean,
of Showtime in Paris by way of the Don't Get Tricked podcast. We got a really, really interesting topic today. One that I believe firmly in. I feel deeply
really?
about this soul. This is for all the men out here. I'm trying to help y'all. I'm trying to throw y'all a life raft. And this is a great topic. This is should men, it's going to get a little spicy today. Should men, not a free pass, but should we be understood? Should we get like a strike? Should women understand that we're going to mess up maybe once or twice in our life? Should you give us a overlook? Should we get a second chance when it comes to cheating? What you think, Paris?
I mean, I think all people cheat. That's just me. I don't know why I think all people cheat, but I just do. And I don't think it's gender based, but I don't think anybody should get a free pass. I feel like people should get I don't know if they accept it, it's on them. They shouldn't bring it back up. But I don't think anybody should get a pass. I think it should be addressed.
Um, when we say a pass, right? And this is what I mean. I don't think we should overlook it. I don't mean you shouldn't. I don't think we should overlook it. I don't think you should be not say or anything. I'm just saying, like, from the history of men, it just seems like if you look at everybody who's prospering, I don't want to say everybody, but most relationships. Before I even get into that, you're not going to outdo me today. I brought a real glass today, just so y'all know.
I see you.
Just so y'all know. But I feel like men, we were raised 2 different ways. Like, as a kid, people teach women, you don't want to be that loose girl. You don't want to be promiscuous. You don't want to be seen a certain way. So I feel like y'all was raised with more structure as far as turning men down and not trying to be out there. We have we on 2 different spectrums. Men, when you're growing up, you're the cool kid. Like, if you don't get any women, guys tease you. If you don't get any women, usually other girls didn't want you. Other people wasn't interested in you. So I feel like we got to unlearn bad habits. Like, even back when we was young, guys who didn't get women used to lie and say, "Oh yeah, I slept with this girl. I did this. I did that." It's a rite of passage as a man. So when you grow up, you've been trying to hunt and get as many women as you can and get your numbers up, and then you meet that special somebody, and then you're supposed to stop cold turkey, but you're kind of already in a flow. So I feel like, based on that alone, I feel like it's a hard thing to unlearn. You might make some mistakes, and I feel like women should kind of be a little lenient and understanding, just a little bit. You could be hurt, you could treat us bad, you can close the door, you cannot talk to us for a month, all of that. But I just don't feel like you should leave us over that, because I feel like we really do be good men, and we really do love y'all a lot, and it has nothing to do with y'all. We just need to work our thing out, and if we can get through that, we'll be a happy family. What say you?
I mean, I think men kind of lust after certain things. So I think to kind of scratch that lust feeling, y'all kind of move forward with, you know what I mean? Let me cheat on her. Let me see what the person is like. And I don't think it's a personal thing. And like you said, that man could love that woman to the core, and that woman could be perfectly fine. But if that man want to cheat, he's going to cheat. And it doesn't necessarily have to do with the woman. And I honestly think women sometimes take it personal, like, oh, he cheated on me. It's me. Something wrong with me. I'm not beautiful. No, ma, it's not you. It's a him thing, right? And I was just reading something today, and it was just the guy, he was saying, he was like, guys are like dogs. You know, you see dogs out there, you know, you see them doing a thing, and women are like cats. He was like, you know, he was like, you can't see a cat having sex or having a baby, but they do it, right? So I think men and women cheat, and men find it difficult to give a woman a pass, because it's just like, no, that's my prized possession, that's my baby. You know what I'm saying? I love her. I can't sleep well at night if another man is touching my lady. You know what I'm saying? If you see your lady give a man another hug, you all in your feelings. But when women, we have our men cheat on us, most women be like, you know what? I love him. He ain't gonna do it again. They give him a pass. But when you got a woman who knows who she is and she's confident and comfortable in herself, it's off with your head for me. You're not cheating on me. I'm just saying.
when you say off with your head, so one cheat, like one, y'all can have the world's greatest relationship. You can be saying all your needs satisfied, everything could be going good, financial, nice family. One cheat, and you're walking out the door. You're done.
What's the difference between one cheat, two cheat, three cheats? Once a cheat, always a cheat.
No, not for men. See, if you look at it, look at Jay-Z and Beyonce. I don't want to use them, but that's the first people came to my mind. She could have left them, made a big scene. The kid's house could have been split up and all of that. But usually, if you get through that rough patch, the guy realized you're not for play. I really did deeply hurt my woman. I need to make a change. If you get through that, you'll have a nice life. Usually, I feel like if you think of all like we don't know the same people, so if we go off celebrity couples. Most people who go along and strong, they've been through something, they got through it, and they're having a good life. It's like Cardi could have been done. I ain't gonna use Cardi because that was more than one or two cheats. That was just getting crazy. But most people, I think, if you get through that little patch and then the guy realized, like, damn, I hurt my woman. Like, I really did hurt her. I'm really about to lose my family. Once they see it's serious, then it's time to make a change. But I feel like with women, men can't really give that pass. On the reason let's reverse y'all. Let's say this first. Y'all are tougher than us when it comes to that. Y'all got way more strength. Y'all got way more. Our pride is too much. We're weak. We're weak when it comes to that. Y'all are built to take more than us. We're not emotionally strong like y'all when it comes to that. We say women emotional, but when it comes to stuff like that, we can't get out our feelings. And every time we look at you, like it feels like when your girl cheat and then she come lay on you or something, it feels like she peed on you or something. Like your body just feel yuck. It's like you can't unsee it. You be watching something and they be like, "Hey, babe, you want to turn to this?" You're like, "Bitch, you know what the hell you mean? Do I want to watch? Get your hoe ass out." That's what you thinking. Like everything they do always comes back to that. And then you turn around and you look in their face and you just be like, "You was sucking that nigga thing." But the number one reason we can't forgive y'all is we do too much. Like your husband or whoever, whatever, they take care of your house. They pay for you. If you get into something, they got to protect you. They got to do all of this stuff. And you let some regular dude who don't give two shits about you just come fuck you and then go about his business. And we like, I do too much for you to just be somebody's side, for somebody to just pull up in a car, you hop in, do whatever you're going to do, and then he drop you back off. So wait, so he get to get, and you probably giving them the good sex too, because it's a limited time. So you want to let them know what you're about. So you're going to get in the car, you're going to go to this room and give them all you got and do all of this extra, and then just come back and be my problem and complain to me. He going to go about his life. You're like, nah, I do too much to be sitting through that. Tell him, Tori.
So I think it's a difference, right? I think that women, it's hard for us to kind of cheat sometimes when a man is doing his thing, when he's a provider, when he loves you, when he's taking care of everything that he needs to. For me, it's like, this is my personal opinion. Don't bark me down or anything, but I think it's harder for a woman to step out, because why risk it all for a one night stand, or why risk your family for somebody that's not even gonna have some good middle parts, right? So it's like, for women it's different. For a man, he would see a woman with a big old butt, or what I'm saying, she don't even have to be good looking. She could be rotten on the inside, but if she look good on the outside, he willing to risk his family, everything. He probably leave his woman, everything for that. But with women, it's a little bit different. I feel like for us, we more so kind of are strategic when it comes to stuff like that. Because like, why kind of risk everything you have just for a one night stand or somebody that don't give two shits about you? I think it's a bit of a difference. But for women, when women forgive men who cheat, deep down inside, that woman is scarred. She probably ain't gonna give them the goodies like she used to. Or if she do give them the goodies, she probably like, you know what, that chick ain't doing it better than me. I'm doing, she's playing all of these thoughts in her head. And I just think, honestly, cheating kind of messes people's mental up. And for me, I'd rather just leave somebody alone than kind of be with somebody on the side or cheat. Life is too short. You don't need to cheat on nobody. Just move on with yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but when men cheat, we're not trying to move on. And I'm gonna defend my brothers. There's some sprung people out there who do find a good looking woman and they might lead a whole family and do some weird stuff, but that's a small percentage. Most guys, when they with their woman, they just cheating. And
what y'all think, audience? I mean, chime in.
But they're just cheating. And the proof is the girl don't have to be nothing close to you. The proof is they don't have to be nothing close to you. Like you can be beautiful And then we'll just be next to a girl in the bar and she might just touch your leg or something. Well, get your number. You go home, you do it. And then you come home, you're like, please don't let this girl hit me up again. Please don't let, we're not thinking about ruining our family. We so stupid. We just think it's going to end there.
Because y'all can have sex without no strings attached. Y'all don't really care. That emotional piece don't have to be there for y'all.
It's just a jerk off. It's just, we don't have to be attracted to the girl. Like, once you have a lot of sex and you do a lot of cheating, then you be like, you get a little picky. You be like, all right, I'm not doing this unless this girl's Halle Berry. But in the beginning, the girl don't even have to look good. You like that's why y'all catch y'all man. You be like, you did this on me for her, and we like, no, it just she was there. Like, please don't act like this kind of girl I deal with. I'm not talking to her on the phone. I'm not texting her or nothing. It just came about. I did something stupid, and that's why they always crying to you like, I love you. I don't. Can we just get this together? She was nothing to me. They're not lying. But it's just like, but there are those guys who have whole separate relationships on the side. So there's the extreme cases where somebody they cheated with somebody they really like, and then they emotionally cheat, and then they're on the phone with the girl as much as they're on the phone with you, and they sneaking out talking to the girl, and now they got 2 girlfriends. Now, when you find out that kind of cheating, I don't think y'all should let that slide. I don't believe like once he got 2.
So it's different levels.
Yeah, it's different levels.
It's different levels.
A bullshit fuck, like he met somebody, he went down the street, you found out about it, and he like, come on, like I don't even talk to this. Look at my call log, only spoke to her for 10 seconds on November 22nd, 1983. It's like, this is not a thing. Like, but if you see I was buying a girl something, we was on dates and we had to go on vacations, and I talked to her all the time, and I know her kids, and we hung out, that's disrespectful. You don't deserve that. So that's how I feel about that.
So audience, y'all are tuning in right now with Showtime in Paris, and we are talking about cheating, and we're talking about, should you give your man another chance if he cheats? I'm curious to know you guys' thoughts. Would you give your significant other another chance if he or she cheated on you? I'm a one-shot person. I used to be a forgiving person where if someone did something to hurt my feelings, I may kind of, you know what I'm saying? I may kind of forgive them. But now I'm in a situation in my life where life is too short. If I'm not the sugar honey iced tea in your life, then I don't need to be in your life. So it is a one strike deal for me. I'm willing to risk it all. You know why? Because I know what I bring to the table, show. So I'm not going to have nobody out here cheating on me because I know what I got. And it's not just a middle part. I am the sugar honey iced tea. So and to me, cheating is not just sleeping with somebody intimately, right? Because if you're actually talking to somebody and you're leading them on, that is cheating. So to me, I won't do it. I'm worth more than that. I don't it's just bad. I don't even want to see my man. He can look at another female, but like you can't be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, what's up, shorty? Can I get your number? And all this and all of that. You know, I'm not a jealous female, but there's levels to respecting a person too, right? So it can't necessarily always be cheating. It's respect too, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think this sounds bad because it is. But I think when you get in the line of fire, like when you put your woman in the line of fire where people start, when you embarrass her, like when other people come into her and calling her like, hey, I've seen your man out with this girl, or the girl's calling you or inboxing you like, hey, tell your man this, that. Like when you start getting into it with their other half and other people start knowing about it and it becomes a mess and it's like embarrassing, I don't really think you should forgive that. But I'm talking about nothing. Like if nobody even knows, nobody ever said nothing to you, and you just happen to tap on his phone, or you just happen to see something, like no girls ever contact you or nothing, I think y'all can work that out. I don't think you should ruin
Negative.
Yeah, work it out, Paris. Work it out.
Negative. But here's the caveat, right? I'm gonna just tell you something that I think this may hurt some people's feelings, or it may not, right? Before we jump into some of these comments here. So if my man comes up to me and be like, you know what? We've been in this relationship for a long time. I love you to my core. And, you know, right now, I think I'll maybe want to see somebody else, or I'm open to just dating somebody else. If we have that type of conversation and I give the green light, then do your thing. But I'm not going to want anybody doing something behind my back, right? So Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, open relationships are cool. It's more so of the sneaky stuff that people do that's not cool to me, right? Because how long can you be in a relationship with someone and not get bored of that person? I mean, vagina is only so good. I mean, it's other stuff that goes into it, or penis is only so good. You got to spice it up always. And sometimes people get bored. And what do you expect? That person is going to find somebody else that's going to kind of stroke their ego or do things that you're not doing. But it's only fair to have a conversation with somebody. That's just my personal thought.
You're right, but I really don't think us cheating. Like we got you in our house for a reason. We do think you're the sugar honey iced tea. Like we think you fine. We think you cool. You think you fun. We like. First of all, you wouldn't be in the house if we didn't like having constant sex with you. So all sex is good sex. We come at the end all the time. So it's not like
my goodness.
we're not really tired. We're not really tired of you. That's a myth. It's just that when we
Let's
walk
jump
out,
in.
who that?
Let's
Jay
jump
Gray.
into some of these comments. Jay Gray, classic retro guest. We see it. You know what I'm saying? Had to come on with the guest, you know what I'm saying? Guess what? Guess who's not tolerating the man cheating? Guess who's not tolerating my man walking out on me just because I don't put it down? Me. So, yeah, thank you, Jay Gray. So, Mr. Maurice Washington says no second chances. Not at all. If his woman cheats, there is no second chances. And I wonder if it's the same for him, right? Does it go both ways? If you cheat, would your woman give you a second chance? I'm just curious about that. So the next question comes from Lee. He says, it's super tough. I'd say no because it's too much on my mind. Man, listen, if my man cheated, I honestly, this is kind of weird. Y'all call me weird. I will be like, you know what? I just want to do it to him one more last time because he got to know this nookie is the best nookie that he ever had. And then after I give him the best nookie, it's off with your head, brother, because you cheated. You would never touch this nookie again in life. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that's just me. Judge me if you want to, but it is what it is. Huh?
You ever watch the ID channel?
Nah.
You ever watch Fatal Attraction? Come on TV One. Oh, it's pretty dangerous show. You know, it's like women who like do things like that, like they'll sleep with their man and then leave them and go get another man, and then somehow they end up missing. I'm not saying that should happen.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm saying that.
I'm just saying, if my man cheated on me, I would definitely, it would be off with his head. But in my mind, I'm gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna show him what he was missing. You know, so I'm gonna probably give him the best sex of his life the last time, and then what I'm gonna do is once he get up, I'm gonna be like, all right, you gotta go. Bye. Get out of my house or do your thing. Whatever. I'm gonna treat him just like I'm a dude, right? Because at the end of the day, he don't respect me. He don't love me. That cheating stuff means that you don't really care about my feelings. You put my life in jeopardy. Whatever. So,
you're such a man.
Oh, so Star says, I have in the past, and it's better just to leave. I'll never be the same. You will always assume they're doing something wrong. Save yourself the headache. And my girl Star nailed it. You will never be the same. Once you see somebody doing something sneaky, come on now. You'll never be the same. You can't get that thought out of your head. You know what I'm saying? But I was still kind of busted wide open real quick, like do your thing, and then I'm out to somebody that's more faithful and deserving.
He don't want to be a player no more. He don't want to be a player no more. He's so sorry. He don't want to lose you. He don't want to do that. You have a beautiful name, Star with 2 R's. He would not
start with 2 R's. Start with 2 R's. So Maurice says open relationships are difficult when feelings get involved. I agree, but when feelings get involved, it's more so communication wise. You know what I mean? You have that communication with that person. It is what it is. You know that you're not going to cross what boundaries when you set those boundaries. Communication is important. So does it go both ways? Hard to say. Up to the other person. Honestly, I think cheating is a person thing. It's not a gender thing, right? It's a person thing. Men cheat, women cheat. They say women cheat better than men. But honestly, I think that everybody cheats because
you can't keep saying, excuse me, I'm interrupting. You can't keep saying
doggy. Interrupt.
You can't keep saying everybody cheats.
And everybody cheats, yo.
And then say once they cheat, you leaving. So you're saying that men cheat. So you're not surprised. You're saying that you cheat. You're saying that I cheat. You're saying that
I said there's levels to it though. I said there's levels to it though, right? Show it's levels to it, right? Just because, you know what I'm saying, your man is intimately talking with someone else about something that he's not supposed to, that's a different level than cheating than sleeping with somebody, right? But it's more so where do they take it? If my man is staying the night with a woman or he's sleeping with her, showing her attention, cash apping her, that's unacceptable. No. But if he's like out with his boys and he see, his boys got a cute girl around him and he's like the third wheel and you know what I'm saying, and he talking to a girl next to her, that's cheating, but it's a different level. You get what I'm saying?
You know what? I gotta address something too. I hate when people say like there's situations where, let's say a woman, you cheated, right? And then the woman sees you cheated and then she catches you. And then you catch her doing something. And then she like, well, I stayed when you was cheating. And I'm like, that's your choice. Like, I can't live for the both of us. I can't stay with me. Yeah. Like, I'm leaving if you cheat. If you work it out with me, you can be mad a little bit and you can have your fit for as long. But if you came back, that means you was willing to work it out. That don't mean I'm willing to do the same thing, because I'm a hypocrite when it comes to that. Like, all I got to see you say is, hey, how you doing, baby, to somebody. And I'm like, if I see that text, it's over. You could really
right, and they getting their feelings. Y'all always be trying to play tough guy, but y'all getting y'all feelings a lot. You know what I'm saying? Y'all getting your feelings. Really tough. You're not tough in nails. I think if your woman stepped out on you, and it doesn't necessarily have to be to step out to cheat. I think if your woman kind of like showed another man attention, I think you will be up shit's creek. I think you will be hurt.
Like, I mean, we all have feelings. I'm not a machine here, but as a young kid, I learned to not live in my feelings. Like, I'm not a feelings guy. I'm cold as ice, willing to sacrifice. So basically, what I'm saying is I'll take any loss. Leroy knows, like, I ruined my football career when I left my college for Leroy. Like, my ego runs my world. So once you do something like that, I immediately get stale, and I just be like, I'm done. Because it's a defense mechanism. I don't want to feel that pain. So I learned how to just, and I don't see you the same. It's like, okay, I'm in love with you, and then you said, fuck me. Why should I love somebody who just said, fuck me? That's how I look at it. Like, you're not the same person I felt that way about. And I'll never feel that way again. Once I see you betray me like that, I don't even like you no more. Like, you gotta get the hell away from me, for real.
Yeah. So Lee brings up a good thing. He says, what level are you leaving him, Paris? Level 1, with him playing the wingman and flirting with the other chick? Nah, I ain't leaving him with I'm not going to leave him for something like that, because we all get put in those awkward situations. But what I am going to leave him for is if he is emotionally invested in a woman. Like, sex to a woman can lead to craziness. Cash apping a woman can lead to craziness. Little things like that is not worth it. I'm not trying to have no woman knocking at my door. Yo, is Shorty here? Or whatever. I'm not trying to have that. So I'm leaving him at level 3.
What's work? Okay. Shorty, he goes to Cancun on one of Leroy's trips that Leroy's always behaved at. But he goes to Cancun with Leroy on a Don't Get Tricked podcast trip, and he sleeps with a woman. He comes home. That girl ain't going to show up at your door. That girl probably don't even speak English. Is that level 3? You know she ain't going to call you. You know she ain't going to text you. And he'd be like, hey, man, I went out. I bumped into a girl. I made a mistake. You'll never hear from her again. I don't got my name Geraldo.
I mean, people have this. They know right from wrong. I mean, if you're making the wrong decision, that's level 3. I mean, I'm not saying that, I'm gonna leave him for showing a female attention and stuff. But you know what you're doing. You just don't slip in no punani. You know what I'm saying? That's something thought out. You get what I'm saying? And for it to be thought out, you know what you're doing. But you gotta know what you're leaving at home, because that punani is not worth all of this punani, if that makes sense. So Jay Gray says this one is tricky. Different situations, different people, different outcomes. So Patricia White says, hey there. So we have Courtney. Hey, y'all. Hey, Courtney. Glad you could join us this evening with Showtime in Paris. So my girl Star says, be single if you want to lie and cheat, because cheating causes emotional damage to your partner, especially to a woman. And I don't know about a man, because you guys know how to hide your emotions better than women. So I think that it emotionally damages you guys too, but you guys deal with that emotion in a different way, right? Y'all try to be all strong and all of this and all that, but y'all damage inside. You know what I'm saying?
We don't try to be nothing. We just like that. And another thing too, y'all gonna stop with this open relationship thing. I was watching The Shy the other day. Y'all watch that show? Mm-hmm. Did y'all watch the last episode where that woman cheated on that man trying to be nice? That man came clean to her and tried to let her know something he did back in the past, and she goes out and sleep with a dude and then tells her she don't know if the dude came in her or not, all of that extra stuff, and he still tried to work it out. That's unrealistic. But I wanted to talk about open relationships. Women cannot say they want, that's a trick, because most men, they might got one girl they sleeping with who they don't want to lie about no more, don't want to. But y'all can sleep with anybody y'all want. Like, even if nobody likes y'all, even if nobody wants to be with you, you got way more options than me. So if we open, you're not gonna come in here every other day. Oh, I seen the guy, I seen the guy, I seen the guy. While I'm working hard, find my next chick, taking 2 months in between. Like, men don't ever fall for that. They can sleep with any man they want. They probably been waiting for a reason to sleep with a man. They can say yes. All they got to do is say yes. They got 1,000 offers in their inbox. We got to actually go out and create the situation. You don't want that. We can't keep up, no matter how fly you are. Unless you got a platinum record or you start on the Chicago Bulls, we can't keep up. You don't want to be in an open relationship with your woman.
So, hi, mother. Hi, how are you this evening? Hey, mommy. So, Show, let me ask you something. I think it is super expensive for men to date multiple women. So that open relationship stuff, you got to have money. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to not have just money. You got to be able to have time. You got to be able to have patience. You got to be able to have understanding. You got to have a lot of stuff because, you know what I'm saying? You're dealing with a lot of different personalities. But most importantly, you better have that sexual stamina to keep it up, because one female gonna need sex here, one female gonna need sex there. You know what I mean? And men, as y'all get older, y'all can't keep up.
Watch your mouth. You're getting crazy out here. You're getting crazy.
So,
secondly, they got sell stuff at the gas station now. I know people who stay loaded with Viagra pills. I know people who stay. Y'all heard of that honey? I know people who use that honey. I know people who, it's all kinds of gadgets out here for the men who's in overdrive. They found a way.
Do not give them the green light saying it's gadgets for them to go cheat or be in open relationships to have multiple partners. It is not okay. Don't take any honey. Don't take any green light. Keep it up for your one partner.
I'm just saying, we getting older. They trying to talk like we can't handle it. Like we going to run out.
I can't. I can't.
It all up. It don't go like that. We ain't that
so
old.
as women age, our sex drive increases. As men age, y'all sex drive decreases. So all that cheating stuff for y'all just trying to be cool. Y'all trying to have, you know what I'm saying, arm trophy, whatever you call arm candy. You know, your wife a little rotten and forgotten. So you trying to get that pretty young thing, knowing you can't keep it up. So you willing to risk it all. You can't even keep it up. Don't even try it. So
you can keep it up.
So Lee says,
y'all men out there, y'all men can't keep it up. Hey, women,
negative. So Lee says, more than likely to get emotionally involved, a man in cheating, men more likely to have one night stand and keep it moving. Women, be on the lookout for men that like one night stands. What they'll try to do is they'll try to tell you you're beautiful as soon as they meet you. You know what I'm saying? Start whining and dining you day two. Those type of men, they not there for the long haul. You know what I'm saying? They're there for the short term, because a man that wants you for the long haul, he's going to get to know you first. He ain't just going to be trying to sleep with you night one. He ain't going to do all of that.
Listen, if you bad, we don't care if it happened in 1 minute, 2 minutes. It's not going to be a one night stand if you bad. It's a one night stand if we know we don't really want to sleep with you in the first place. You just there, and that's all we want. The whining and dining is not because we don't want to be with you in the long run. It's because it's a waste of our time. It's like, the sex is not worth my dinner date. Like, I want to sleep with you because it's like I want something to drink, but I'm not willing to walk to the store for it. So it's like, if you bad, we'll play the game. We'll go out. We'll eat with you. We'll do whatever. We'll come hang at your house. But if you're not that bad, then I'm not putting any effort in. So that's just the truth. And it's like, if you bad, you're not going to be a one night stand. We're going to do it, and then we're going to keep in contact. You might not be an everyday thing, but we're going to make sure we can hit you up once a week, twice a month. We're going to stay in contact with you. If you're just all right, it's one night stand. And if you don't act in the first hour, we leaving.
So ladies, evaluate your man. If he's hitting you up once or twice a month, you all right. You better than that one night stand. So check out his behavior. As my man Showy saying, you know, how he behaves. You might get, you know what I'm saying, 1 night, 2 nights, 3 nights, depending on how you look, right? Which is terrible. So O'Neill says, do you believe humans were meant to be in monogamous relationships? Absolutely not, right? That monogamous stuff is out the window. But what I do believe is humans are meant to communicate and be open and transparent with each other. If your man or your woman wants to bring another man or woman in the bedroom or be in a relationship, I think they should have that communication and say, hey, this is what I want. This is what I like, instead of cheating. Why you have to go behind somebody back and sneakily do something versus, tell that person, hey, or give that person a choice, because you never know if that person wants somebody else in the bedroom too. But to answer his question for me, Shaw, I don't know how you feel about it. I just feel like humans are not meant to be monogamous. I feel like humans are meant to be with multiple people. And I think Humans love, and when you love and you can share your love, it's absolutely amazing. What you feel, Show?
It's tricky because I feel like naturally you go out and you get what you can. You do natural selection. But I do think once you find that one person, you can do a 180. You can turn your whole thing around. You can stop for that person. You might only be interested in that person. So I think it's situations that can change it, but naturally no, because naturally we looking at everywhere. We see this girl, we see that, we watching porn, we do this, we do that. We looking at your friend when she come in. We might, but out of love, you won't act on it. So I do believe naturally your instinct is to kill and to hunt. But if you really feel that person, you'll curve that and you can do the right thing.
So let me ask you something. Ladies, I'm asking you guys, and men, I'm asking you guys too, right? A man or a woman could be everything in the world. She could be a 10, she could be badass, she could be cooking, she could be cleaning, she could be do anything. This man could be badass, he could be handsome as hell, he could be taking care of you, he could be sucking your toes, he could be doing everything. If you want to cheat, you're gonna cheat. There's nothing that's gonna stop a person from cheating. Y'all agree? There's nothing that's gonna stop a person. You could be a 10 plus plus plus. If that man or that woman got that itch to cheat, they're gonna cheat.
Well, I mean, you said it earlier though. You said if sometimes though, if they got it a little too good and the fear of them losing what they got, the man's taking care of everything. As you like to put it, they got good middle parts. You're having good sex, they paying for stuff, you got a nice house, and one cheat and your whole fucking life is down the drain. I think you'll be disciplined. Now you might slip up if you think you can get away with it. If you're in Jamaica or something with your homegirls and nobody will catch you, you might cheat. But for the most part, I think a woman will behave if they got a lot to lose. And
that's not true. Those are the type of women that are stay-at-home moms or stay-at-home wives, and they kind of scared because that's their world. But when a woman equally matches a man's drive and she has her own bag, as they call it, I think that the woman's less likely to put up with that sugar honey iced tea, because just because that man is the breadwinner, he's taking care of everything. When a woman has her own to fall back on, she shouldn't put up with that stuff. The women that are more afraid for their man to just leave them like that, that's because that's all they know, and they're dependent on that man for something. So for a woman that's not depending on that man, and that man is a bonus in her life, I mean, it's a different situation, but different strokes for different folks. I agree with you, but I don't agree with you.
I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, man. This is for y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all a showy fact, and I'm not
showy fact. Showy facts.
Showy facts. Listen, when I give you a showy fact, I'm 99.99999% right. Men, don't ever, because of what she said, and that's the reason, don't ever date a woman who fucking can't live without you. You gotta listen. It's the truth. You gotta get a woman that sweats you, that thinks you're fucking. You gotta be Trey Songz to her. Like, when a woman. Oh, that's the only time men should settle down. Don't settle down with no woman who's not a super fan of yours. They gotta be damn near obsessed with you. You gotta be so damn hot to them. You gotta be their world. You gotta be their rock star. If they don't love you like that, they'll cheat. The only good women are women that think you're too good for them. It's a sad truth, but I'm telling people, like, when women are nonchalant with their man, they're like, oh, I don't care if you do this, I'll do that. I'm like, she'll cheat. Any of my friends who women is nonchalant, if you're not all up on my ass, you can't be my girl. It ain't gonna happen. I don't trust you. You can't be 50-50. You can't be even with me. You can't you can't like me just as much as I like you. I got to feel like you're obsessed with me.
Somebody got to love each other more, somebody more. And if that person loves each other, that one person
love each other, that person will cheat. But you can't live without me. I need to feel like you're a groupie for me.
Hell yeah. Now that's something I could agree with, right? If I'm in a relationship, or you gotta love me to the core. You gotta be there when I wake up in the morning. You gotta be doing everything to wine and dine me, giving me all the attention, all the affection I need. You need to be a super plus fan of mine.
Your elbow, you gotta be wet. If I tap you, you gotta be with it. Everything I do gotta be amazing. I'm the 72 Bulls to you.
So my girl Star says, love the shy. So Marie says, if you're getting everything you want, no need. I mean, I could agree and disagree. But if you're getting everything you want, some people are just never satisfied. We live in a world where satisfaction is it's not there. We're never satisfied. Once we have what we have, we always want more.
No need, just a want.
No need, just a want. So Leah says you can't stop someone from cheating. It's on you. It's why it's crazy. People try to do everything they do. Can click their they're a girl or a man, maybe I don't understand what I'm saying, but if you're worried about someone cheating on you, you just have to stay single. I think if a person is worried about a person cheating, or they have that doubt and that worry, if a person hasn't shown them that they have a worry, that person is insecure and they need to check themselves. Why worry if your person didn't give you a reason to worry? You can have a good looking woman or a good looking man, and just because they're good looking don't mean they're gonna cheat on you. I'm
It's
saying,
not that. You know what the problem is? You know what the honest problem is? With men and women. Women are usually attracted to men who get a lot of women, because that's the attraction. You know if your man is attractive. You know if your man got money. You know if he dressed nice. You know if he smelled good. You know what kind of man other women want. No woman really wants
a good smelling man.
Yeah, no woman really wants a man who don't get women. And the problem with men is they like really bad women. And today, honestly, you remember back in the day where the good-looking girls were kind of the good girls because they was hard to get. They was like saving themselves, and only one or two guys in the whole school can get them anyway, or some grown man outside of the school. Now, because
go ahead.
That was you. Anyway.
No, that wasn't me. Go ahead.
You said that wasn't you?
No, that wasn't me.
Anyway, nowadays, because of Instagram, the good-looking women realize they're the attention seekers, and now they're going for money or anybody who's successful in this, that. So if you get a good-looking girl, she's probably more ran through than a lot of bad-looking women now. They're more humble. They're more chill. The good-looking women kind of put themselves out there a lot more. And so the problem with that is, like, let's say I go on to IG and I love this woman. She's so beautiful. I write her. She give me a chance. She's a bartender. She works in the club. She's around ballers all day. That's her life. She's half naked. And then you wife her up and be like, oh man, I think she's going to cheat on you. The problem is, you should not have done that in the first place. We make bad decisions and then try to act like we didn't know. It's a reason why you're insecure. It's not because the girl good looking. It's because you know their characteristics and you know it, and you try to act like you don't know it. Just like you, not you, but women. Women find a man. I wasn't talking about you. Just like women find a man and they know they out there doing their thing. They know they got money. They know they travel. They know they do this. They know they do that. And then they get with you and then act like, I can't believe he cheated. You know he cheats. Like you just
right. You know he's out there.
Right. Yeah, you just try to get him and hone him in. You hoping that he get with you and change who he is, but let's not act like we don't know our partners. People are insecure because they know they got with the wrong person. That's the problem.
Okay, so Diana Nicole Mayo says, and by the way, that's my aunt. Garbage. I'm not obsessed with my husband, and I am not cheating. To me, obsession with your spouse, with your mate, is a healthy thing, right? Because when my man wake up in the morning and I don't care if his breath stinks, if he brushes his teeth, wash his face, anything, I am so obsessed that I'm going to be loving on him to the core, regardless of the fact I am totally obsessed with my mate, and I think that's a healthy thing. Obsession is great because that means that your person has you in their heart. You have them in their heart. I don't think obsession is a bad thing. And
it's a word.
I don't think just because you're not obsessed either doesn't mean you're going to cheat. But I think that when you're obsessed with your spouse, oh my God, it's a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? When my spouse is not around me, I feel my spouse in my heart. That's obsession. You get what I mean? That's a different type of love. And for me, no one can compare to how I feel or anything like that. And I think when you have that feeling and you're satisfied and you're whole, you're less likely to step outside of your relationship because you have everything that you need. But again, that comes down to a personal thing. You can have everything you need and still want something, right? But if you have everything you need and you don't need nothing else, I mean, that person got you where they need you.
I don't mean obsessed like you going through my phone every 5 minutes, you breaking all my codes and you can't go 10 seconds without me. I mean, like, every time you want to do something, I'm the first person you think of to do it with. Like, if you can do this with me, or you want to watch a TV show, but you want to watch it with me. You don't want to watch it by yourself. We got select shows. I'm your number one friend. Like if something happens and you want to talk gossip, I'm the first person you text. Like, oh, you ain't gonna believe this. Like not one of your homegirls. You want to talk to me. Like just somebody you really want to do things with first.
You saying like that, like that's your best friend type of thing.
Yeah,
like
you can live without me. You can give me my space, but like if any good news comes, I should be the first number you dial.
Heck yeah, like that's your ace boon coon. Like that's your partner. You know what I'm saying? Anything great happens, your partner is right there. Somebody that you have to talk to all day on the phone. You talk to your spouse before you talk to your friends, type of thing. It should be one of those
hour conversations with them. You know, you might just be down the street. Maybe you just went somewhere and they called you and you stay. And when you're married, see, she's been married too, your aunt. So it might have been a long time. So she probably don't feel like she's obsessed. She probably went through all of that and that was just on autopilot. So she don't feel that way. But
So
before they got like that, I'm sure it was obsessed.
why do you two require so much stroking? Man, I need to be stroked on a constant level. You know what I'm saying? I love it.
Your auntie's on this thing.
I love it though, man. You know what I'm saying? I love it. The reason why is because my love language is kind of attention. It's kind of gifts, being showered, stuff like that, and that's what makes me happy. That's what speaks my language. I don't necessarily say it's a need, it's a want for me, and I love that feeling. I love when my man grab my face. You know, I love you. You're the only person I love. You know, you look banging. You beautiful.
I don't require it. I just feel like I know the signs if you're not doing it. Because if you're not doing it, that means you're not. Women, look how y'all act over certain celebs y'all love. I'm Chris Brown's wife. Like people put those screen names, or they constantly, oh my God, you see him on stage. Like if you're not my fan like that, then there's another level of love you can get to, and I'm really not it. You kind of just settle. Like, you should be excited about me the way you'll be excited about somebody else.
True, I agree. So Jay Gray says Paris is right when she said a person is going to do wrong regardless if that's what they're about. I mean, and you could tell what a person is about up front. And honestly, I think people try to pretend and say, you know what, she ain't gonna be like that, or she better than that, or he ain't gonna do that to me. I'm different. You're not any different. If that person is a cheater, he's a cheater. There's nothing that's going to make you different. I mean, kind of come to realization that person is who they are. They may change and tweak a couple things for you, but at their core, that person is a dog. Meaning somebody that goes out and just wants to hump on everybody, kiss on everybody, then that's who they are.
Yeah, most dudes though, if they really, really love you, the way they handle it, you'll never really feel it. And the disrespect will be very minimal. And those are the kind of guys, if you catch them one time, they'll be like, all right, I'm just aborting it because I did everything to suppress it. You caught me. I can't lose my girl. I'm done.
Oh, abort mission. I'm done.
So, I retire.
Love. Yes, love is beautiful. Thanks for clarifying obsessed. I mean, you did clarify that. You hit the nail on the head with that clarification. Shall we? Shall we? So Jay Gray says healthy obsession vibes. I do think that being obsessed with your spouse in a healthy way is a good thing, right? I think we need to start what do they say now, show? We need to start doing something. We need to start saying healthy relationships are good, or I forgot how people word it, but we need to be okay with healthy things.
Normalize healthy relationships.
We need to normalize being healthily obsessed. Healthily obsessed.
I mean, don't matter if you're right or wrong. You got a nice hat, so you could just create a word.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I got a nice hat, yes. And not only do I have a nice hat, I got a nice voice too, and I'm the sugar honey iced tea. So I agree with the lady. Knowing each other's love language is paramount. It could make or break a relationship. If you notice somebody's love language doesn't align with your love language, just step off because you're likely to cheat on that person. And if you are the type of person that has one strike, that means that's one person under your belt and you got to go to the next person. Why would you want to sleep with all those other people? It's trial and error. I get it. But you're risking your life and time. You can't get that time back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Cheating is for suckers. Don't do it.
Cheating is for suckers. Don't do it.
Hopefully your woman loves you enough to give you a second chance and understand.
Yes.
I am stupid and I am sorry.
No, that's not true. Yeah. No, that's not true. Hopefully your woman loves you enough or your man loves you enough to say, you know what, if you're going to step out on me and do it behind my back, we don't need to be together, because at this point I love myself more than I love you, and my life is important. Because if you're stepping out on me with this person and that person sleeping with somebody else, you don't know what you could bring me. You could kiss somebody and bring your spouse home something. So I don't think it's cool at all. But if you communicate with your spouse, listen, Mr. and Mrs. Spouse, I want to see somebody else, and that spouse is okay, that means that they agree and they're okay with setting their life up for whatever it is that comes their way.
Listen, sexy hat, you said 3 different times that everybody cheats. So if you caught everybody who cheated and he did it and he says, I'm a fucking idiot, and not just saying this to game you, like, that was dumb as hell of me, that was really retarded, we got way too much invested. There's no need for you to move on with somebody who's going to cheat again. Now you leave the next 6 people because they all cheat, like you said. Now you got 6 more bodies, and you're still looking for a new guy. Like, just okay, he messed up. Be mad. Slowly, you might not like him for a while, but you'll get over it. Just give him a chance.
No, I'm not gonna give him another chance. I'm not, because there's somebody out there that can cherish and appreciate you, right? So you ever hear of, but you ever hear of one man's trash is another man's treasure, and just because that person doesn't know how to treat you accordingly and respect you, because cheating is not just putting your life on the line. It's a respect thing, right? So you don't respect me enough to communicate with me that you want to sleep with somebody else. That's where I draw the line at, because respect is something that you
don't want to sleep with nobody else. I didn't respect me enough to not mess up my relationship. I'm crazy. I lost my mind.
But if you can't respect you, how could you respect me?
Because once you told me that I have to respect you and you're going to leave me, I respect you enough to respect me, and I'm done and I quit and I retired. I love you. Please forgive me.
So he says, have either of y'all been forgiven for cheating? And how was the relationship after they forgave you? Honestly, I've never cheated. If this may sound crazy, I'd rather not be with a person than cheat. And if I'm out here and I want to see multiple people, then let me date. I don't necessarily have to be in a full-blown relationship. I've never cheated. But like I said, it's levels to it, right? So I may have a level 1 that I've done, meaning I may be a little flirtatious because I'm a natural flirt. But I've never slept with somebody else while I'm in a relationship with somebody else. To me, that's terrible. But naturally, my personality is, I'm a little flirtatious. So somebody may take me wrong, but I've never intentionally cheated or intentionally try to hurt somebody. So I really can't answer that question. Show, that's all on you, player.
I never cheated either.
Oh my God.
Any woman who knows me in this status, if I was with you, if I've cheated, put a comment down there. I don't cheat. I've never had
if I was with you and I've cheated with you, go ahead and put the thumbs up, because you'll prove me wrong. I've never cheated, and I never intend on cheating.
I've been falsely accused several
times.
Only by one woman. No other woman has ever accused me of doing that. No, I never had an argument with no woman about it. There's never been a woman contact my woman. There's never been somebody told somebody they seen me with a woman. It's never happened. I never had an issue with that. So if I was a cheater, I was really good at it. But I never cheated. I never had it.
Yeah. I'd rather leave a person.
I never put nobody in a position to forgive me.
I'd rather leave a person than cheat on them, because at the end of the day, that's my kind of my sanity check. And for me, I can't keep up with multiple people at that way. I'm very, very addictive, and I know it, right? So my personality is addictive. My energy is addictive. I'm just like overall a magnet. And for me to cheat, like huh?
You're the kind of woman we like to cheat with. When you want like 2 girlfriends. So it's like you got a girlfriend and you like, I don't cheat. Then you find this good looking girl, and then she's addictive and she likes you enough. And it's like, you tell them the truth. You try it out. You be like, man, I got a girl and I'm not going to leave her. I'm not going to do this, but I really do like you. I'm going to give you your time when I can. If I was single, I would really be with you. I wish I could have both of y'all. And it's a beautiful thing until they try to move your girl out the way. You could just have like a girlfriend and a half, 2 girlfriends. And you're the kind of girl people like to cheat with, because it's like two girlfriends, very clingy. Hey, that's the graduating woman?
That is my daughter, guys. My daughter just graduated. She just came home. So congratulations. She did not cheat her way through high school. She actually did her thing. I never cheated. She's never cheated. She's did her thing.
Nobody cheated nothing in that house.
I don't know how to cheat.
She doesn't know how to cheat.
That hat looked like something she wear. Now that I see her, she got her swag on. I think you stole your daughter's hat for the pie, but it's cool.
She has never cheated. But I just want to say a few things before we wrap up this podcast here. So don't cheat. To me, I feel like if you cheat, then you disrespecting yourself, and it's a character trait, right? But honestly, if you do cheat, I think that you should make sure you protect yourself, and that's just not protect your middle parts, protect your mental as well. I mean, it's tough when sometimes you are under the influence or whatever, but just make sure that you're protecting yourself. That's important to me.
That's right, because if I cheat, I want y'all to know I've been drugged. somebody cop me a perk or slip me a Mickey, because I wouldn't do no disrespectful stuff like that. That's not how I was raised by me. I raised myself better than that.
Yeah.
But if you catch me, forgive me, is what I'm saying, because I'm sorry.
So y'all seen his lips quivering and his eyes shaking a little bit. When somebody's lip is quivering when they're talking, that most means that they're telling a story, and he's gonna blame it on the alcohol. But imagine when he gets some alcohol in his system and he's in the wrong situation, in the wrong place at the wrong time. What'll happen?
I'm gonna text my woman and say, "Save me, because I'm having bad thoughts, and I need you. And you want to watch the shot?"
You are so silly. But guys, we really appreciate you guys for showing up and supporting us here with Showtime in Paris, brought to you by Don't Get Tricked podcast. This is episode 3 of Showtime in Paris, and we are so gearing up for some bomb conversations that we would love for you guys to join us, and we love the audience participation. We're gonna start bringing.
Y'all make it go. Y'all make the day go.
Y'all make it dope for us.
Y'all got good looking profile pictures and everything.
Heck yeah, and y'all bring the energy. We love it. So continue to bring the energy. Continue to support us. Make sure you like and share this video so that others can know that we are the Sugar Honey Iced Tea. But also, we want to start bringing some of you guys up here on stage
we
with
want
us.
To y'all in. Raise your hands. Next time we there, if y'all want to come on and argue with me so I can win the debate with y'all, because I always win against Paris. Y'all come on, I could win against some new people. Let me handle it.
Let them handle it, but they know they don't want it with me, because I could talk all day, all night, and you know this. But yes, we really enjoyed the show. Stay tuned for next episode of Showtime in Paris, brought to you guys by Dontgettricked Networks. We love you guys, and until next time, peace.
Appreciate y'all.